Hey, what's happening? I wanted to share with you guys a recipe that I make for pesto, which I love. And I want you to know that there are 1,000 ways to make pesto, 1,000 recipes. So this is not anything groundbreaking. But I think when you find a recipe or a way to make it that you really like, that's a good thing. So I did not come up with this. My friend Kim did, so I have to give her 100% credit. And I think she was going to kill me if I shared it, so don't tell her. No. Anyway, this pesto recipe is super easy, and I'm going to just show you step by step how to make it. So let me adjust my camera, and I'm going to put it right here on. Let's hope my phone doesn't fall out of this thing. Okay. I hope you can see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna add 2 cups of loosely packed basil. And I like to trim like the woody stems off. I already trimmed those off. I got this was basically just short of a whole package from Trader Joe's. I bought this at Trader Joe's, so it's pretty fat. It's got a lot of basil in there. When the summer comes and your garden is going, it's a great way to make use of all that basil. So I've got that in here. And I'm gonna put, in addition to the 2 cups of basil, I'm gonna put a cup of pine nuts. And so I also got these at Trader Joe's because I feel like they are the best price. Pine nuts are expensive, I've come to find out. Okay, so there is a cup of pine nuts. I'm gonna close that on, put that on top. And I'm just gonna give it a spin in my food processor. And of course I lost this little thing, so I have to put my hand over it. Okay, so spinning it around. All right, I'm also gonna add 2 cloves of garlic. So they're not huge. If your garlic is really small, you might wanna put 3. I don't like it super garlicky because then I feel like I carry that with me all day long. So throwing those in. Getting it nice and chopped up, okay? And from here, I'm gonna throw in just a little pinch of salt. I like this mold-on, I don't know if you can tell, but it's these big flakes. This is the best salt. So I'm gonna take a pinch and I'm just gonna drop it in there along with some fresh ground pepper. And know that if you're adding Parmesan cheese, which I'm going to, that's also kind of salty, so you don't have to add a lot of salt. But I added salt and pepper, and then I'm going to stream in a cup of olive oil. So I'm gonna pulse this on. And you can also, it's a cup, but you can also see how you like the consistency of your pesto. If you like it more chunky, maybe not as much olive oil. If you are not doing dairy, you might even just stop it right here. It would just be pine nuts, basil, everything but the Parmesan cheese. I still have a little oil left, but I'm gonna put in the grated Parmesan, and it calls for 1 1/3 cup. So here is my 1, and here is my 1/3, okay? I'm gonna pulse this, and then I'm gonna reassess if I wanna add the rest of the oil. So if you can see, that is, it's still kind of chunky, so I'm gonna add a little bit more, or just the rest of the oil. So that's the full cup. Give it a few more spins. And there you go. Let me get a spoon so you can see what this looks like. This, my friends, is so good. I love this. And a trick that I like, hold on one second. One thing that I like to do is I use this recipe, but I make a cilantro pecan pesto that is so good on flank steak. It's a great kind of like addition to Mexican food. So it's the exact same recipe, except you sub in cilantro for the basil and you sub in pecans for the pine nuts. So just a different play, but give this a try. It is super easy. Again, it's a basic recipe, but it's nice to have one that someone else has said, oh my God, that's a good recipe. It's nice to have that in your arsenal. I'm gonna put this over chicken tonight. I like it on anything. I like it by the spoonful, unfortunately. So give it a try and let me know what you think.